Welcome back to our international viewers, and thanks for joining us again. It's now time for our daily English news edition, weekdays at 6 p.m. The Prosecutor General signed an order today to establish a special department that will be responsible for running background checks on public officials. This special unit will be called the Department for Verification of Officials' Integrity. It's been announced that the department will be made up of 2 prosecutors, 3 judicial police officers, and an IT specialist. The Prosecutor General has also ordered the establishment of a database for the registration of verification requests and a database for the registration of self-declaration forms. Additionally, an electronic system will be created for recording and archiving the requests for data verification and the results of the investigations. The new decriminalization law gives the responsibility to the Prosecutor General to verify the integrity of the public officials. The Minister of Justice, Uli Magnani, commented today on the state service that provides free legal assistance. He said that the system is in a condition of deep collapse and needs to be reformatted. He made the following comment today during a meeting on legal assistance. The state service for free legal assistance is in a state of collapse. We have not found the right mechanism yet to make it functional. We need to deeply reformat the current system. We will soon be establishing an information office at the Ministry of Justice. We will start this project in an official and legal manner, but we cannot substitute the courts. We will also establish a new service that will be based on the model of an EU country. This is an issue of standards, and we need to do it, said the Minister of Justice. The Venice Commission has revised 8 sections in their final opinion on the justice reform, but the Democratic Party still claims that their requests were not included. The chairman of the Democratic Parliamentary Group, Paloka, said today that the Venice Commission supports the Democrats on the issue of political dialogue and the idea that the justice system must not be controlled politically. After the meeting today, the vice chairman restated that the opposition will continue to boycott the parliament until the majority agrees to their conditions. Mr. Paloka invited the majority to hold a political discussion in order to reach an agreement on the various issues. He said, "The position of the Democratic Party will remain the same. There has been no reflection on the issues we have raised. Our issues are related to the decriminalization, the function of the inquiry commissions, and the termination of 3 MPs who have violated the Constitution. We are waiting for our amendments to be discussed in the Law Commission and the plenary session. The Democratic stance will not change as long as we see that there is no reaction. The Prime Minister is holding an arrogant stance on decriminalization," said Paloka. Today's meeting was held behind closed doors and was headed by the Vice Chairman, Paloka, in the absence of the Democratic Chairman, Lulzim Basha. Mr. Paloka said that the Bureau of Investigation should have been resolved already and that there is no reason to delay the vote. "We have no conditions in this regard," he said, "just issues that need to be resolved." The chairman and the vice chairman of the Socialist Parliamentary Group have called the opposition to put an end to their boycott of the Parliament and the parliamentary commissions. At the meeting of the Commission of Integration today, Mr. Ruci said that the leaders of the opposition party are not allowing their MPs to attend the parliamentary commissions or to adopt the laws and agreements that are in the best interest of the Albanians. For more than 3 weeks, the Democratic Party has been boycotting the Parliament on the basis of several conditions. The only commissions that they have been part of are the ad hoc commissions and the commissions that they themselves chair. They were absent today from the Commission of Integration, which adopted an agreement for cross-border cooperation with Montenegro, with only the votes of the majority members. In an interview for the French news agency AFP, the Interior Minister Samir Tahiri said that Albania is seeking Italy's support in border control. Mr. Tahiri said that Albania needs Italy's help in preventing the flow of immigrants through Albania and into Northern Europe. AFP writes that Albania has had relatively few immigrants crossing its borders on their journey from Greece to Germany and Sweden. According to AFP, Albania fears an influx of migrants after Macedonia closed its borders to immigrants coming from Greece. Minister Tahiri said that his Italian counterpart will visit the Albanian capital next week to discuss a joint response in the event that there is a massive inflow of migrants. In the interview, Tahiri said that Albania is looking forward to a general discussion at the European level to deal with the crisis. He added that Albania does not intend to open its borders to immigrants in any case. Tahiri says that the situation is calm for now, and the border police have increased their vigilance. He says that there has been no effort on the part of the immigrants to breach the Albanian borders. After the major reform of the energy sector, the government is now turning its attention toward the water supply sector in Albania, which is suffering from network losses and low revenue. The Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Edmond Haxhinasto, has announced that the aim of this reform is to improve the services offered to the citizens. He says that the reform will bring better water quality, including the revenue collection and eliminating the illegal connections. According to Haxhinasto, a public-private partnership would be a very good solution for this sector. We are producing enough water, he said, but the problem is with the network. 67% of the water is being lost. The water reform will bring about some constitutional changes, and the water quality is an important part of the reform. We have a lot of work to do in order to offer better quality, said Haxhinasto. According to him, no revenue is collected for the majority of the water that is distributed in Albania. The government has decided to extend the 2-year hunting moratorium, which ended yesterday. In response, the Association of Albanian Hunters organized a protest today outside the Prime Minister's office against the extension of the hunting ban. The protesters say that they were in favor of the moratorium, but they are against the extension, which to them seems extreme. They say that the extension shows the incompetence of the government and that there are no other countries in Europe that use such extreme actions. The president of the World Federation of Hunting was present at the protest. He made the following comments. "We will support the Hunters Association. I hope the government finds the legal means to respect your passion and develop a way to manage the hunting in the country rather than simply blocking it. We requested a meeting with the Minister of Environment, but we have not received any answer yet," he said. The Hunters Association has protested several times now, asking for the termination of the moratorium. According to them, it is preventing the professional hunters from making a living, while the illegal hunters simply ignore the law. The municipality of Tirana has begun a project in the Shara landfill, which will allow the separation of recyclable trash. Tirana's mayor, Erion Veliaj, inspected the project today, saying that the process should have been started a long time ago. He announced that the project will employ about 200 members of the Roma community in only its first phase. The recycling process has some very positive points, he said. For one thing, it frees up more space in the landfill, removing all of the materials that can be recycled, like plastic, metal, and many other materials. The mayor spoke about the other benefits of the project as well, including the employment opportunities. The municipality of Tirana is offering to hire many people to work in the Shara landfill, which will achieve two purposes. First, it will increase the lifespan of the landfill by recycling the waste, and secondly, it will provide the opportunity for people to be employed in keeping Tirana clean. The invitation is open for anyone who wants a fair job, working for a salary in the landfill. I believe that this is the best way to keep the city clean and to employ certain communities, said Mr. Veliaj. In its first two phases, the project anticipates the employment of about 400 to 450 people, mostly from the Roma community. According to the project authorities, the workers will be insured and they will receive all the benefits offered by the law. That's the end of our edition for this evening. Thanks for watching, and please join us again at the same time tomorrow. Have a great evening.